Welcome back to Final Fantasy IX, folks. Pause screen. Anyway, let's go through the active time event. And while we're going through the active time event, happy birthday, Flint!
That's me!
Dude. Oh, wait, hold up.
I'm 28. I'm afraid. Help me.
Hold up. Cheers?
Cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday,
Let's
buddy.
go. Thanks, man.
At least at the time of this recording, it might be a day late, but still, happy birthday!
Yeah. I'm afraid. I'm 2 years closer to 30.
I am 30. Suck my dick.
Alright.
Yeah,
Name the time and place.
You know, I don't think there's gonna be enough room in my fucking underneath my desk, you know, for a little while. You know, I'll have to schedule it, you know, out really far in advance.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Flint, I don't remember
That's fine.
if you were ever in one of these. I know we tried a couple of times, but like there were some recording failures. Hopefully that doesn't happen for this one. But what is your experience?
I think you might be right.
What is your experience with Final Fantasy IX?
I grew up with 9. My dad and my brother would gather around the PlayStation 1 and we would do funny voices for the cutscenes and it would be a good time.
Oh man, your dad joined you with that? That's awesome.
Yeah, Dad was really instrumental in getting me and my brother into video games. He's the reason why we're completionists.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I remember, like, whenever we would play Pokemon Coliseum, we would want to get to, like, the story beats as soon as possible, and he'd be like, no, wait, hold on, there's stuff over here.
Yeah,
And now...
going back here is kind of interesting for me, because I swear I had more of these, but oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Unless you, like, really go out of your way for them, I don't think you get anything major.
That's fair.
But, this is my first time playing this, so...
Oh yeah, blind Let's Play.
Yep.
Damn.
I was just gonna say, and now whenever I play a game, I can never just go straight to the story beats. I have to explore, and I'm like, God damn it, Dad.
With this, I can't, because, like, I've got, you know, other playthroughs in the lineup, and, like, I've already been, like, you know, dealing with this for so long, you know?
That's fair.
Plus, I want to rebrand fairly soon, but I also got to remake other playthroughs, and Dylan wants to do Resident Evil 2, the Kendo cut.
What's the Kendo cut?
Apparently, it's a fan mod. Apparently, you saw some Twitch streamers play it, and he was really interested in it. So I'm gonna file that under the probably sooner rather than later to get on to try to get some brownie points for me, but you know.
Fair enough. Which Dylan, like DD or
no,
like...
not DD. Different. I know like 5 different Dylans. So.
Fair enough.
That would be the DH.
Yep.
DH. I
sometimes
see.
Sometimes we call him Boneritis Maximus.
Why?
That's his old internet handle.
I see.
So, you know. Also, he's a funny dude.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He'd be a funny dude.
He'd be silly.
He'd be a funny fucking dude. He can be kind of a dick, though, sometimes, I will be honest.
Nah, I love him.
He'll be the first to admit that, though.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I love him to death.
Aurora,
He put me in debt.
I keep
What?
thinking the green thing.
What?
He put me in debt.
He put you in debt.
Elaborate?
He got me into 40K. It's his fault.
Oh, got you. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, no, I tried getting into 40K, but, like, my brain was, like, pebbles at that moment, so...
Yeah.
I like it.
I have Dawn of War on my Steam account, and I still have not touched it.
Bro. I'd like to get into it one of these days, but like, you know, for one thing, I need like money.
Fair enough.
Money.
I could,
Money. We've
So,
got to have money.
I won. Surprisingly, I think I only lost like 3 times. I only had to like reset like 3 times, I think. I lost the first round, won the second round, and then I lost twice at the last round.
Fair enough.
Which, actually, I'm gonna be honest, because, like, I've watched retrospectives of Final Fantasy before, and, until, like, recently, I've skipped the long retrospectives of 9. But, like, 9 was always very short, which was surprising to me, because I always heard, like, 9 was one of the better ones. And, like, you know, one thing that constantly was brought up is that, like, the card game is mandatory, which is true.
Yeah.
And they made this huge deal about, like, the tournament, and even Jordan was telling me, yeah, you gotta get ready for this tournament. Because if you're not ready, it'll kick your fucking asshole, and you want to win because you get a pretty good item.
Right.
And, you know, I did, and obviously I got through it, but, like, honestly, for something that was, like, built up to be this, like, big fucking deal, it's not as long as I thought it would be.
I see.
Like, I was expecting maybe, like, more rounds or something. I don't know. But, like, even, like, normal card game tournaments, like, you know, there's not, like, a round system. You, like, play a certain amount of games, and whoever wins the most, like, you know, gets the grand prize.
Right.
That's how, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments go. Not that I go to a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments anymore.
Well, not really. Like, usually there's, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, you get a round robin, everyone plays everyone, and the person with the most wins fight each other.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're not, well, you're not missing much for me, but I just don't get into card games all that much, to be honest. But Aurora would probably say something different.
I see.
Save your soul, run.
Yeah, no,
Okay, I'm right.
it is the thing is, like, with any card game, and this is not, like, exclusive to Yu-Gi-Oh! With any card game, it is a money sink.
Okay, you want... No, because, like, if you're, like, thinking, like, hey, I'm gonna go and, like, do this properly, I'm gonna buy, like, the most expensive cards, I'm gonna buy the best deck, and I'm gonna go to tournaments. At least with Pokemon, Magic, Eternal, Digimon, even One Piece to some degree, there's a monetary incentive. You can win money.
Right.
By going to, like, the biggest tournaments. If you go to Worlds and become, like, the world champion, you get money.
Yeah, but Konami's cheap.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
So...
No, actually, it's nothing to do with Konami.
Really?
The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally made a deal with Konami to be like, you can never have a prize in tournaments. In any tournaments, it can never be money.
Are you fucking serious?
Because at that point, yes. His reasoning was that he didn't want people to be playing it for monetary incentive. He wanted people who enjoy it to go and play the game, and those people become the best.
Yeah, well, you know, I can respect that.
Yeah,
I can respect that, but the problem is, like, due to the nature of card games and, like, people just buying their way to be the best, you know, like Seto Kaiba, you know, unfortunately, that doesn't really work.
Yeah, it doesn't translate well when you see that, like, oh, I have to take out a second mortgage on my house to get the top deck now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can play with your favorite... Yeah, you can play with your favorite cards. Like, you can get Blue Eyes White Dragons and fucking Dark Magicians pretty easily because they reprint them all the fucking time. Like, okay, if you want the original, that's a little different, but, like, you know...
If you want, like, original printings, you're crazy. Why the fuck would you want original printings at this point?
Well, unless you're, like, a collector. But, like...
Yeah, if you're a collector, it makes sense. But at the same time, at that point, you're like, look, that same art has been reprinted a majillion times. You can get literally the identical card.
I just don't get it. Like, if you're playing the game,
if you're playing it, it makes no sense. If you're just collecting and you're like, no, I want it for the monetary value and maybe I'll sell it later, or like, no, this was the card I wanted as a kid. This is the card I had as a kid. I want that card. I guess, but like, fuck, you're like forking out a lot of money for like.
Yeah, you're forking out a lot of money for like basically like nothing. You know, for like
Wild.
honestly not that good of cards. Like when you get right down to the bare meta.
Did you
Like, if
know?
we're going off like meta and stuff, yeah, don't do that.
Also,
I mean, maybe...
I this ended in a draw, but I thought it was funny, so I kept it in.
Yeah. I was gonna say also. I was gonna say, whenever I think about Final Fantasy IX, I remember back. You guys remember Dissidia NT, the one that went to Steam and was like meant for esports?
Yeah, they honestly tried. It did not work because arena fighters never fucking work in the fucking esport for some reason.
I'm still pissed at Square Enix because right before the game shut down, data miners found who the next like updates characters were gonna be, and one of them was Zach Fair, which whatever the fuck, I don't care, and the other was goddamn Vivi.
That
it was so close. It was
you know
so
what?
close.
Actually,
close.
Zach Fair kind of annoys me because like not that I don't like the character, I love the character, but like fucking, he's just fucking Cloud. Like that's not even fucking exaggeration. Like he gave Cloud his Buster Sword.
Yep.
Like in universe.
I've never played his game, so I have no attachment to Zach at all. So.
Oh, I love Zach. He's fucking amazing. He's the only Final Fantasy character in history to like not give a shit that he's in a Final Fantasy game.
Really?
Yeah, he's just when fucking Angeal is just like when he like confronts Angeal because it turns out his master is evil. It's a long story, but like Angeal's like he's like, Angeal, what's going on? And he says, it's time to reset the world. And he just straight up is just like, that's not funny, man. Like,
I love that.
He just does not care. He is like the most honest fucking Final Fantasy character.
I love that.
He is amazing. I love him in Crisis Core. He is the best thing about Crisis Core, honestly.
I will have to play Crisis Core now.
The only downside... Oh, wait, no, actually, they did re-release it. Never mind. Because fucking...
Yeah, they re-fucking made.
Because the reason why it was never re-released until, like, somewhat recently is because of one fucking asshole character. Well, not character, but, like, you know...
Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis was played by a fucking J-pop star. And,
yeah,
like...
Gak.
And, like, he is, apparently he's very, J-pop stars, that's not even, like, exclusive to him, like, J-pop stars are very, very, conscious of their, likeness being used. So, like, it really just came down to, like, copyright.
So it's like how Onimusha will never get a fucking re-release because all the characters are based on actors.
Yeah, and it sucks, and I hate it. That's why I hate celebrities in video games. Because they actively, like, halt the, you know, re-release and fucking, what's the word I'm searching for? Not distribution, but, like, preservation of games.
Yeah, I hate celebrity likeness in video games.
Except John Reno. He's cool.
Yeah. Unless it's, like, I think if the voice acting is a celebrity and not, like, the likeness, I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
Did any of you ever play the David Bowie game that Square Enix released?
No.
I vaguely remember that. Was that like Ultron or something?
Well, when David Bowie died, they put the game on sale. You know, as like tribute to the guy. But
was it called like Omicron or something?
Yeah, Omicron. I've never played it. I think I own it, but I never played it.
I remember, I think Critical played it once, and that's how I know about it.
Yeah, any of it good?
I don't know. I would have to play it for myself.
You know, I remember distinctly, Flint, like, we got into, like, not really an argument, but, like, you know, we got into a conversation about Dark Crystal versus, like, Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, maybe you could technically argue Dark Crystal is the better movie, but like, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer Labyrinth. Well, one, I grew up with Labyrinth, and two, it has David Bowie in it.
Labyrinth is so much more fun to watch.
Like I respect Dark Crystal, but my God, it is fucking dull.
It is. That movie
so
drags.
Fucking slow. Holy shit. Like, I thought it was slow as a kid. I thought it was even slower as an adult.
I think, like, the best part of that movie is literally any scene with the Skeksis in it.
That's fair. Did you ever watch Dark Crystal or Labyrinth, Aurora?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't know how much of a British thing it is, but, like, in America, it was fairly... Well, actually, it didn't sell all that well. Like,
Yeah,
Dark Crystal
like,
did
Labyrinth
a bit better.
is like fairly well regarded. Like, I see it and hear it all the time. I know bits and bobs about it, but, like, yeah, I never saw either of them.
If you're gonna watch either of them, I recommend Labyrinth, because it's the more entertaining movie.
Labyrinth is a ton of fun.
Well, and also it helps that, you know, David Bowie is just such a large ham in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me of the babe.
What babe?
The babe with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Voodoo?
Voodoo.
Oh. You do?
God damn it.
Fuck. It's been a while.
Oh my God. Yeah, but, no, and Jennifer Connelly. Actually, I think this is Jennifer Connelly's first role, maybe?
I remember Jennifer Connelly was my first crush in that movie.
That's fair. Sorry.
I was gonna say, that reminds me, not a couple years ago, like literally last year, I went to this really cool pop-up museum thing in Baltimore that it was like a Jim Henson like museum kind of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like a traveling what's the word? Exhibit. It's a traveling exhibit that had a whole bunch of Jim Henson stuff, and they had like the outfits from Labyrinth from like the ballroom scene, and they had Aurora from Dark Crystal, but like the big highlight for me was that they had like puppet recreations of fucking Wilkins and Watkins, and it made me so
cool.
happy.
I love Wilkins and Watkins. They're the fucking best commercials, I swear to God.
They
never make commercials like that anymore. Like, that's just like ultra violent for like no fucking psychotic reason, and I love it.
Apparently he only had like 10 seconds per ad, so he was like, you know what? We get to the violence.
Well, you know, it's funny because like that's actually not like that's actually not a new thing for Jim Henson. Like, he just really loves like Muppets eating each other and exploding at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And like this was a thing he did in like Sam and Friends, which are only like there's only like 4 surviving episodes. Ironically, only one of them having Sam in it.
Really?
Yeah. I think they saved some stills from other episodes, but, like, basically this was in the era of TV where nobody thought to save anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. And also they did this thing where they, like, you know, filmed the footage, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, broadcasted it live. So it's a little complicated. I'm messing up the exact, you know, mumbo-jumbo, but, like, magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. They use magic.
They use magic to broadcast, which is actually a very famous thing that Hollywood does, is that they just magic shit together.
They hire warlocks all the time.
It's kind of actually insane.
Can't believe it.
But, actually, what kind of, I don't know why I've been going into this, like, Muppet tangent lately, but, like, basically I kind of, well, actually I know why, because I came back from Disney World not too long ago.
Oh, sick.
And, not in Epcot, in Hollywood Studios, because we went to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, which I've never actually been to Hollywood Studios before.
Yeah.
We went
did you get to do Muppet Vision?
Yeah, I did do the Muppet Vision. And actually, it's kind of sad. Wasn't she in a dress earlier?
I think so.
Damn, don't worry about it.
Anyway, yeah.
It's a
Don't
dragon. Pay attention to the fucking doomsday thing in front of you.
I mean, it is
Hey,
pretty
yo,
cool.
Bahamut.
You know,
The Bahamut.
all I'm saying is you can keep your Death Stars and you can keep your fucking Cosmic Cubes, but we got a fucking dragon. What could be cooler than a dragon? Cuts to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with fucking Serpentera. Okay, that is.
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, not gonna lie.
About-
Yeah, the only downside with
wild.
Serpentera is that it apparently runs on AAA batteries.
Damn.
So it runs out of power pretty easily, which is why Lord Zed doesn't just straight up zap the fucking Earth.
What if they changed Bahamut's name to Baja Blast?
How would that work? Like, Baja Blast wasn't a thing until, like, I don't know, 2010s, maybe?
I didn't even think about that. My brain stopped.
It's okay. Anyway, I assumed it never really functioned to begin with, but that's another story. Anyway.
Wow!
Yeah, sorry.
Wow, man!
I'm a dickhead. I don't know if there's any, like, order to this. Like, I kind of just randomly, like, assign people things.
Yep.
If there is, like, I wasn't told. Or, like, Jordan wasn't around to, like, you know, tell me what to do, essentially.
Yeah.
Damn, Jordan wasn't around to tell me what to do because I couldn't. So,
So,
I don't
like,
know
yeah, so I'm sorry I don't get the super rare ultra, like, you know, Ultima weapon or something.
Damn, you
If
fucked
it was
up.
like
You actually
Kingdom Hearts
missed out
2,
on the
if this
secret
was like-
duper uber.
If this was, like, Kingdom Hearts 2, I could, like, probably, like, you know, sniff around the fucking area and be like, oh, yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
Because, like, I played that game, like, so many times, I just kind of, like, know it instinctually.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 2, I love how the only Final Fantasy VI representation is fucking Setzer.
I know, right? It's so fucking horseshit.
Right? It's like, wow, thanks. The character
Now
I
we
didn't
barely
give a shit
get
about.
fucking any Final Fantasy representation.
Where's my clown? Where's
No,
the
don't worry
clown?
about it. We're gonna get Kefka's coming soon. Coming soon. Kingdom Hearts
I
4.
remember,
Promise.
I
Double
remember
promise.
when Dream Drop Distance was making the rounds, like, people thought Lightning was going to be in the game.
Yeah.
She was in the files.
She isn't. Well, I mean, yeah, in
Yeah.
the files, but that's another story. But
I
kinda wonder what she would've
She was
looked
also
like.
advertised.
I kind of wonder what she would have looked like now.
She looks like
I-
a child. She was
Oh.
replaced by the. She would have taken the exact spot of the World Ends With You characters.
Well,
Was it?
I'm actually kind of glad then that they kept the World Ends With You characters in.
Yeah, they replaced them with the World Ends With You characters, which is awesome. She looks like a small. She
And
literally
also,
looks
it's
like
here
a
that I
teenage
realized I
girl.
forgot to fucking update Rusty's equipment.
Wasn't fucking Shere Khan gonna be in one of the Kingdom Hearts games?
Yeah, Jungle Book was gonna be in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
It's actually like almost a complete level. It's missing like NPCs and enemies and all that, but
Yeah. I had Jungle Book on Sega Genesis when I was a kid. I loved that game.
bro, Jungle Book was like I wouldn't call it like my favorite classic Disney movie, which it barely counts as a classic Disney movie.
It was the
because,
last
It
one
was the
made.
last one that Walt Disney made when he was obviously, but like, you know.
It was the last one he made when he was like still alive. At least the last one he had any input on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how much involvement he had, but
Yeah. From what I know, his involvement was literally like, "Hey, don't read the book."
like aside from Cinderella, it's probably my favorite. No, Fantasia would probably be.
Fantasia's fun.
Pinocchio too.
Yeah. I think my favorite classic Disney is either Peter Pan or Robin Hood.
Peter Pan's kind of weird. Like I don't. I like it, but it's kind of.
I understand why they cut out the Indian scene, but
Hey, I don't know. What makes the Red Man red is kind of catchy. I'm not gonna lie,
it's a catchy song, but
but
like,
I kind of hate myself for liking it too.
mhm. It's like the Crows song from Dumbo. It's catchy, but it's like, oh, I understand
It's
why
like,
no one
oh
likes this.
dear, oh, this was a different time, you know.
What if Tim Burton put the Crows in his Dumbo?
Do not give him ideas. You know, actually, you know, apparently black people don't fit in his vision, so you know maybe it's a good thing.
I guess.
Oh God, you know, that's one person I did not want to be racist, but here we
Yeah.
are. I mean, Tim Burton's kind of a parody of himself anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Aurora, what's your favorite classic Disney movie?
Classic Disney movie?
Yeah, like Walt Disney, like era.
Yeah.
So anything like what before?
Like in between Snow White and Jungle Book.
Yeah.
I don't know if 101 Dalmatians counts. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember when that came out. I think that was after his death.
I think you might be right.
Because I remember 101 Dalmatians actually saved Disney. Because of the fucking absolute failure that was Black Cauldron.
That didn't deserve to be a failure.
No,
That
it didn't.
fucking
I'll
sucked
be
as a
honest,
movie.
it didn't. I actually liked the movie, but like, the problem is that what we ultimately think of the movie didn't matter. Because it was a financial flop.
Oh shit, 101 Dalmatians came out while Walt Disney was alive.
Oh, okay, so, alright.
So that's,
So that
No
technically
Way
counts.
Jungle Book. Yeah.
I was like, I swear that came out after he died. Oh well. But yeah, no.
Oh, I
it
didn't know
saved the
Robin-
company. I know that.
I didn't know Robin Hood was after he died.
Well, they reused a lot of animation from Jungle Book.
Yeah.
They actually reused quite a bit of animation from like the Disney catalog.
I know they used at least one piece of animation in Robin Hood that they used for Baloo.
Yeah, well, I mean, Little John
Yeah.
was basically Baloo, just different.
Same voice
bear
actor.
species. Same voice actor too.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, Aurora, your thoughts?
If I had to answer from that, Fantasia.
Fantasia's good.
Fantasia, yeah. No, I think that's generally agreed upon to be the best.
Like it's what got me into like classical music and shit like that. It's like what got me into operatic music as well.
Oh,
As like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I still
like-
there are so many moments from that, like visually like stunning moments from that,
Yeah.
like the fucking like the fucking Stegosaurus and like T-Rex, which yeah, I know like scientifically and historically speaking that doesn't make any sense, but who gives a shit?
Who
It's
fucking cares?
dinosaurs.
It's cool.
Who
Yeah.
cares? It's cool looking.
Right?
The
Like yeah, I
entire-
know also the T-Rex has 3 fingers, and I'm like, yeah, I know that doesn't make any sense from a biological standpoint, but who fucking cares?
The entire Bald Mountain segment is very cool.
Oh yeah, Bald Mountain left an impression too. Like all that really left an impression on me.
Mm-hmm. I'm very glad that Chernobog still sticks around.
Yeah, well, apparently the only thing that can scare him is fucking Michael Eisner.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. There's this recent Mickey Mouse short where like Pete and the Beagle Boys are playing football with Mickey, and like out of nowhere, fucking Chernobog just bursts out of the ground and he
Well, of
starts
course.
playing. And it's so fucking
Fun
funny.
fact, Chernobog was actually exclusive to the American version of Kingdom Hearts 1 for a little while, at least until the final mix.
Really?
Yeah, because he was an addition to the American version. I don't know why they added him, to be honest with you.
I thought Japan really liked Fantasia.
Well, Japan, like, Disney's really popular in Japan, like, just in general. So, yeah, well, it kind of makes sense why, you know, the world of Square Enix and fucking, Disney, like, did pretty well in Japan. Yeah, I don't think they were sure if they were going to release it outside of Japan for a little while, which is kind of typically the case for most JRPGs. But...
The issue is that just how big, like, they should have known they were gonna get that outside simply because of how big Disney is.
Well,
like,
it's not.
this is a
It's not even
marketing
really
force.
just that. It's not even really just that. It's the problem is like before that, right before Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X, they released a little movie called Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Oh yeah,
which was so expensive, and they really thought it was going to be a financial success, and it really slapped them in the face when it turned out to be a total box office failure.
Like, to be fair, I could have told them that, like, as they were making it, it's like, this is gonna fail.
Well, what the fuck did they fucking think was gonna happen with fucking, like, you know, with the fucking movie that had literally nothing to do with the fucking, like, thing it was based on.
The only thing I remember about that movie... Only thing I remember about that movie is James Woods was the villain.
Also, Alec Baldwin was in it for some reason.
I was so tempted when I was at Monster Mania this year. I was so tempted to go up to Alec Baldwin and ask about Spirits Within.
I don't think he would have remembered.
And
I'll be honest.
Fucking slapped.
Yeah. Hey, Spirits Within. That's funny. You should mention that.
If Alec Baldwin hit me, I would have cried.
Dude, given the guy's history with temper, you know, I guess I wouldn't be that shocked.
Yeah, I would have been like, I loved you in Boss Baby, and he would have jumped over his table to strangle me.
You're dead. You're fucked.
Oh my god. Fucking, yeah, you know, yeah, so, like, yeah, Final Fantasy X and fucking Kingdom Hearts literally saved Square's ass. And this was, like, right before the merger, too, so...
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you know what? I do remember, because, I had House of Villains on, like, VHS as a kid, and there was a Kingdom Hearts trailer on the VHS, and I remember the trailer ended with them going, Squaresoft.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, this was, god, headaches. Anime headaches. I hate this shit. I hate that. Does anyone else hate that trope? Like, when they get, like, a big fucking, like, memory review. Like, typically it's, like, characters with amnesia. And, like, they get a fucking, like, unlock a, like, traumatic memory and they get, like, headaches.
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm remembering.
I'll have to ask my friend who gets migraines.
Oh my god, that's where I put my quarter. Ah! Oh my god.
Isn't there, like, a character in, like, Final Fantasy VIII who, like, gets the shits whenever he has that?
Oh my god. Well, I mean, Final Fantasy VIII is the shits, but that's besides the point.
Quite literally the shits.
You know, okay, so my thoughts on Final Fantasy IX so far. Alright, let me get into that, because this is actually kind of relevant to what we're saying here. My thoughts on Final Fantasy IX. I like it. Yeah, that's about it. I like the game.
Better than 8, right?
Yeah, no, which actually, you know, is kind of impressive the more I think about it, because, like, every other Final Fantasy game, there's, like, a big asterisk right next to it.
No, there's no asterisk here. It's just, I like this one.
It's a good one. It is a genuine good one.
I like this game.
My favorite Final Fantasy will always be Final Fantasy Tactics, but if we're talking, like, mainline, I have yet to beat this one, so I don't know if I can really count it yet.
I love that they brought Ramza into the shitty Final Fantasy Dissidia.
No, it was cool of them, but, like, you know, they didn't bring any characters from 012 into it, except for DLC, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is such horseshit that they fucking made, you know, Tifa, you had to purchase. And I love Tifa, but fucking goddamn it.
I wonder what the hell kind of contract Square Enix has, because I didn't think Phil Lamar would come back to be Ramza.
It still stuns me that's Phil Lamar. Holy shit. I don't know. It's just such a different character from his, like, general, like, output.
Right.
I was like,
it's like...
the dude's got range, is all I'm saying.
It's like how what's his name from Final Fantasy 15, Arden, is voiced by the guy who does Reinhardt from Overwatch and Hayden from the Doom games.
Apparently, Steve Bloom has a bit of a story about the character he voices in Gurren Lagann, because they originally wanted him to like voice like more of a like tougher like character, but like he looked at the gay one and he was, I forget his name right now, but like
Liron.
Thank you. He looked at Liron and he was like, "What's that character?" And they were like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about him." And then he did the voices like, "Hey," and apparently the Japanese producer laughed his fucking ass off when he heard it.
Oh my god, I love that.
So yeah, which is amazing to me because typically like Japanese producers are one of two ways, like overly serious or like overly jovial.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I distinctly remember what Little Karibo talking about this when he came in and the voice actor for Yusei and Tristan said card games on motorcycles.
Oh no.
And the Japanese like producer stared, like just death glared at fucking Little Karibo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll kill you in your sleep.
I'll kill you. Oh,
Oh my god. So yes, the Japanese anime producers are well aware of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Well, yeah, of course. It's like that's like saying like, oh, I wonder if like Funimation and like Toei Animation are aware of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They're so aware of it, and they hate it so much that they've banned every voice actor from even being allowed to talk about it.
I think they loosened up recently, but.
I know that Sean Shamel is a diva bitch.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if anyone even tries to take except for the Singapore dub for some reason. Well, actually, he got Sean Shamel's blessing, so that'd probably be why. But like,
right.
Where was I going with that? Right. Yeah, no, Sean Shamel. And look, I love him as Goku, actually. Like, he's probably one of my more favorite Gokus.
Sean's a fine voice actor.
Like, when he screams, it sounds like a fucking rock star, is all I'm saying.
It sounds like he's taking a shit.
But a really good shit.
Yeah.
The best kind of shit.
But like,
the kind of shit that you come afterwards.
Which interestingly, I distinctly remember the rumor going around at the time that he passed out when screaming Super Saiyan 3. That's actually not true. He did pass out when screaming for Super Saiyan 4.
Damn.
He himself has admitted this, so. But apparently he screamed and then like hit his head on the mic and like, passed out.
Ouch.
Yeah. But
damn.
But he's living to tell the story, so there you go. And he's still although I heard he's thinking about retiring soon.
That makes sense. He's like 50-something, I think.
Yeah, which, Chris Sabat's still doing pretty well, and I think he's older than Sean Shamel.
Oh, actually, cool story about Chris Sabat. He's the one who got Brian Drummond to be copy Vegeta.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. For those who don't know, Ryan Drummond is the Canadian voice of Vegeta, but he was also the... But he was... Oh, sorry. But he was also the... because Ryan Drummond voices Sonic. No.
Right.
Also, Vegito in the Canadian dub, for some reason, sounds like Sonic.
That is very funny.
Like, look it up. I'm not kidding. Like, it just sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. He also dyes his hair blue and Super.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Sonic was Vegeta the whole time. We thought it was.
Well, no, it wasn't the same voice actor, I don't think.
I know.
But it was like. Also, I gotta go back to the game real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks, but like, what the fuck is this thing? Not the eyeball. Like, I get where that's coming from, but like, why does the castle have wings?
Because it's cool.
That's why.
Also, this fucking guy. I was like, wait, who is this guy? And then they like show his name later on, but like, that's Garland, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, time out. Like, Garland from the first Final Fantasy?
Donkey.
Oh, you too, donkey.
Oh, you too, donkey.
Like, wait, what the fuck? What is going on? Why is Garland from Final Fantasy 1 in this? Is it like the actual Garland from Final Fantasy 1, or is it just a reference, or like, what the fuck is going on?
If you think too hard about it,
I'm fairly certain it is the actual Garland from Final Fantasy. Like,
because like, you know, he does time shenanigans in Final Fantasy 1, so like, I believe it. But like, it's just so weird. Because like, before this, Square Enix never really did anything like this, except for what's his name from Final Fantasy 5.
Oh, Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Gilgamesh. Like, he would show up occasionally. He showed up in 6, I think, and then he showed up in 12, I know. Which actually, that was one of the more fun boss fights in 12.
Oh, yeah.
They even have a cool little, like, Dragon Quest reference.
Do they?
Because one of the swords he uses is Lodo's sword.
Oh, that is pretty fun.
Yeah. But, you know, so yeah, quickly going through the Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 1, liked it, despite its flaws.
I liked it for what it is.
It's fine for the time.
And it does have some fun ways of playing it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, 2 has a pretty cool story.
Yo, for the time, it was very much involved. Like, you know, typically, like, even RPGs, like, way back then, even Dragon Quest was fairly simple.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it still kind of is, but, like, that's kind of part of its appeal. But, like, you know. But, yeah, yeah, like, it's surprisingly, like, time has been very kind to the first Final Fantasy. Which I can't say for a whole lot of RPGs. Unlike what?
Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy. Like, I actually really like 5. I'm not going to include 5 on that list.
Final Fantasy 2, the Japanese one. Alright, let me just make that clear.
Specifically Final Fantasy 2, not Final Fantasy 4.
Okay, so for those young and tuning into this video, first of all, why? Secondly, thank you for coming. Also, probably should watch something like Coco Melon or something, I don't know. But like,
you should watch
no, go watch Blippi or something. My nephew loves Blippi. I hate Blippi. I fucking it's burned into my very soul. But
Aurora, are you talking about Bluey?
No, I love Bluey.
Oh.
No, she's talking about Blippi.
My head
Aurora
hurts.
would
It's a guy on YouTube who literally, like, goes to places and is like, "Hey, kids, what? Do you like trains?"
Yeah, so it's kind of like a...
It's actually educational. It's okay for kids. It's just because my nephew is so obsessed with it. It's
that you have to hear it all the
brain.
fucking time, and it's like, God damn it.
Literally,
if I have to hear fucking
will
Blue's
kill.
Clues one more fucking time, no, actually, I grew up.
Don't you make fun of Blue's Clues, you motherfucker!
I'm just saying, like, if you had to hear it like multiple fucking times as an adult, you'd probably get really sick of it.
I see. Hey, Aurora,
I love how there's like a cinematic universe with fucking Blue's Clues. I swear to God.
Aurora, do you like trains?
Fucking love trains. I'm autistic. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? That's the stupidest question. Like, or autistic. Do we? That's like fucking. All right. Oh, you're autistic. Do you like Sonic? And like, of course we fucking do. You idiot.
I'm still stunned by the fucking thing, which is just like, get rid of all autism tests. Literally, just walk in with a copy of Sonic Adventure 2 and show it to them, and depending on their reaction, they're either autistic or normal.
Or if they don't, or if they're autistic and they don't like fucking Sonic, it's probably Pokemon.
Also,
that's
Aurora,
fair, actually.
Aurora, I keep thinking the green thing in your avatar is a frog.
It might as well be.
Okay, so okay, all right, back to Final Fantasy 2. Ugh. Like, okay, I respect it for like trying something new, you know, so it at least gets like brownie points for me for that. But that being said, I never want to play that fucking thing ever again.
That bad?
Like, the problem is the leveling up system.
Yeah.
Oops. Anyway.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, the problem is the leveling up system, which was, I'll admit, it is actually kind of unique for the time. Basically, you don't level up in the traditional way. Like, you level up, like, certain stats based on, like, what you do in battle. Like, there's no, like, experience, like, points.
That sounds like shit.
Like, the idea is, like, you get stronger after, like, it's like trying to be a little more realistic. Like, you get stronger the more you do certain things.
Yeah.
So the idea is interesting, but the execution is where it falls apart.
I see.
And, you know, it's annoying to, like, level up early on, but, like, it's also fairly easy to break if you know what to do.
Right.
Because if you just block and die over and over and over again, you can max out your HP pretty easily.
I see.
I don't think there was a cap with Final Fantasy II. Final Fantasy 3 was... I'm fairly indifferent to 3, to be honest with you.
3 on DS is good.
I didn't really think much of it.
Fair
I like
enough.
3. I actually like 3 a lot. I like its, like, the systems that it's made and stuff. It's not as, like... I'm not gonna go out here and be like, oh, fuck yeah, it's, like, up there with the best. It's not. It's, like, it's a very middle-of-the-road game. But if you're looking for, like, a fun job system, it's not a bad choice.
No, it's not bad. I just didn't really find that much, like, interest in it.
I think it's really funny that a fucking Cloud got in as the villain and not the actual villain.
Yeah, I know. Well, they also made her Nakey in fucking Dissidia, so, you know, thumbs up for me.
For real, though.
That being said, fuck the Crystal Tower. Fuck the Crystal Tower. Fuck you. And fuck you, 14, for bringing that back.
Fuck you!
Yeah,
How dare you!
How actually dare you? Good fucking god. 4 I liked.
Yeah, 4's good.
4 was good.
4 has Golbez in it.
Oh, so you know Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Which actually,
I mean, he's a fun Darth.
I say that out loud, but like that is absolutely nothing new for Final Fantasy. Like they just love Star Wars.
They do.
That's not even a Nobuo Uematsu thing. Or not Nobuo Uematsu, fucking Hironobu
Yoshitaka
Sakaguchi.
Amano?
No, it's Hironobu Sakaguchi. Because that's not even just a Hironobu Sakaguchi thing. Like, fucking the director of 12 and even Tetsuya Nomura, like, just fucking love Star Wars.
They really do.
Birth by Sleep, that's just Revenge of the Sith. Like, that is just straight up Revenge of the Sith. So...
Yeah, it even had Mark Hamill in it.
Apparently, it was such... Like, yeah, which, you know, originally there was going to be a Star Wars world in Birth by Sleep. So I was like, that's kind of redundant now that I think about it, because, like, fucking Terra's story is just fucking Anakin's.
Right.
Aurora, your thoughts on Final Fantasy IV?
Final Fantasy IV is my second favorite Final Fantasy game. It is genuinely really good. It has a very touching story with a interesting character, like, setup.
Yeah, you don't usually get a whole lot of characters like Cecil.
Yeah, there's actually, like, good motivations. There's good storytelling. It's really good. Don't play it sequel game.
Oh,
is After Years bad?
After Years sucks. But, like, fans hate it so much that they don't even consider it canon. Rightfully
It's not canon. Trust me when I say I will kill anyone in Square Enix that say it's canon. I will show up at their door.
I don't think anybody in the development team liked working on it particularly, so...
It's just because it, like, did fairly well.
Yeah.
I
because, like, the initial response was probably like, hey, a sequel to Final Fantasy IV? That's gotta be interesting, right? No.
No.
I like the voice of I like Yuri Lowenthal as the voice of Cecil.
No, he was a good choice.
Mm.
Like, the thing with Dissidia is that, like, you know, the voice acting is kind of, like, interesting. Because, like, it entirely depends on the voice direction and, like, what material the actor is given with the character.
I know
like,
one
with
had some.
X-Death, well, he loves the void and he's a tree. What do you do with
Yeah.
that?
I know X-Death was M. Bison, and I think that's pretty funny.
Fucking,
5?
Kefka, I don't remember who voices him, but he did a good job.
Oh, Dave Wittenberg. That's Dave
Dude,
Wittenberg.
actually, they made Kefka, like the one of the shining examples in Dissidia, because, like, they actually gave him a lot more, like, character depth than in Final Fantasy VI, which I thought was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't, like, make him redeemable, which is good. But, like,
Couldn't
they
be.
gave him, like, you know, there's some nuance to him in Dissidia that they,
Yeah.
showed off. That, like, he's actually, like, is fairly, like, realistic, because, like, you know, hurt people, you know?
Right. Same voice actor as Kakashi, too.
That's fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just goes to show, you know, the range of, like, not even just vocal range, but, like, fucking, you know, well, acting range, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Final Fantasy V?
I liked it.
I
I
like
love
5.
5.
I thought it was, like, really funny, actually. Even today, I think it's, like, one of the funnier Final Fantasy games, and I wish, like, Final Fantasy would, like, go back to that kind of, you know, humor.
Mm-hmm.
5 has a really stupid villain, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, like, a lot of people hate X-Death, and look, I get it, but, like, that dude's fucking hilarious, alright?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he's a tree is really funny
He's a
to me.
tree that's afraid of fucking turtles and loves the void. Like, that's like a Mad Libs of fucking Final Fantasy villains.
I love it
And
so
I love
much.
it.
I fucking love it.
I would kiss X-Death if he was real.
It's the stupidest thing ever, and they're aware of it, and I love it. Like, I really wish Final Fantasy would have that, like, level of self-awareness again. Because nowadays, when they try to do comedy, it's like, Well, 7 was pretty funny, but, like, you know, remake, I mean, specifically. But that 7's humor comes from more of, like, its characters.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And specifically Barrett, and I love Barrett. Like, he's
I love
amazing.
Barrett.
Like, he is...
Oh, Barrett's
go ahead.
voice actor was at a con I was at.
Yeah, he was also, like, a huge Final Fantasy VII fan before.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, it does kind of suck that we don't get the old cast from Advent Children. But, like, I get why.
Mm-hmm.
But the new cast, I think, actually does a really, really good job.
The John Eric Bentley is a really good voice actor.
Did you ever see the voice of Vincent's reaction to, like, getting the role of Vincent?
Steve Bloom?
No, not Steve Bloom. He's the voice of Jotaro. I forget his name at the moment.
Oh, Matt Mercer.
Thank you, Matt Mercer. They showed a video of him, like, reacting to him, like, getting the role. Because originally, like, he was assigned to, like, do, like, minor characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, okay, we got a little surprise for you. And then, like, he read the lines. He's like, you motherfuckers.
I love that.
Yeah, because he is the voice of Vincent Valentine.
I love that.
But we'll get to
I'm
7
happy
in a
for it.
minute. 6.
6 is fantastic. I love 6.
Oh,
6 is the
great.
best Final Fantasy game. I will not take debates. I will
Don't
not
play
be
the
hearing.
PlayStation version, though.
Do not play the PlayStation version. If you're going to play it,
sucks.
if you're gonna play it on, like, fuck, what is actually, like, a good port of it? Like
The GBA port's really good.
the
Surprisingly, yeah,
GBA port is
port.
really good, but the issue is that it's expensive as fuck. So unless you're literally emulating it, you're not.
Which, I
fucking
mean, I would
playing
just
that
do
version.
anyway, but, like...
I think the Pixel remaster is good too.
Pixel Remaster is
yeah, it's solid.
fine.
I mean, if you're just, like, looking... to play a good.
If you're
version
looking
of Final
for
Fantasy VI, then yeah,
a way of actually playing it by you actually paying money for it, that's probably one of the better ways.
The only main issue I had with the Pixel remasters was the font. It was fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But
Could have been worse. It could have been Comic Sans.
surprisingly, Final Fantasy VI is like, it somehow manages to be like all over the place, but not entirely unfocused. Because there isn't really a main character with 6.
Right.
Like fucking, like people think, the average consumer is like, oh, Terra's the main character because she was in Dissidia. Actually, that's not entirely true.
Did you know that her name is Tina in Japan?
Why did they change it to Terra? I don't know.
Because Tina is a exotic name in Japan, but it's a fairly common name in America.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that probably explains. You know, that's probably the whole like Riku debacle in Kingdom Hearts, and why Terra didn't show up in fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
Is, you know, there's another character named Terra, but like, you know, there's a fucking another character named Riku. Who actually does show up in Kingdom Hearts 2, but, you know, the thing is, they never actually say her name out loud.
I forgot about that.
Which I think is like the funniest thing in the world, is that literally no one ever references her as like a name. They're just like, yes.
I fucking love that Pain is literally made to be a femme squall.
True.
Although, to be fair, I think she's actually better than Squall, mostly because she isn't like a total pretentious dickhead.
Squall do be a completely pretentious dickhead, though.
We'll get to 8 in a minute, but fucking 7. I liked it despite its flaws.
I like it despite its flaws. I think it is like a little too highly praised. I think it's a good game. I would not put it like in the upper echelons of like RPGs and like people saying it's like literally the best game of all time, full stop.
I will say, I do think its
themes, is crazy.
I will say, I do think its themes definitely hold up.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you want to play the PS1 game, play the PS1 game. It holds up really well. I actually think
7 Remake is still really good, but like even with my again, like kind of like, you know, one of my more popular rants on the fucking that it was so popular it fucking made the highlights of Sonic 3. Remember when we did that? And I fucking bitched for like 5 minutes about how fucking, you know, Tetsuya Nomura just couldn't help himself and try to make the fucking story clever by fucking introducing the little ghost things to like make sure everything goes right in the fucking story. And how Sephiroth and fucking, this isn't like well, it's kind of a spoiler, so spoiler. Aerith and fucking Sephiroth are kind of like doing a redo from the original game's plot. And it's like, guys, why do you need to be fucking extra about it? Like, just remake the fucking game.
Right.
You know, I don't need 5 million different fucking plot points added on to make yourselves, like, feel good, alright? You already proved it with 7. You know what I mean? Like, am I fucking talking crazy?
No,
I have like a massive problem with 7 Remake being the fact that they're trying to, it is too big for its own fucking good.
And I love the games. Like, that's the fucked up thing. They're great. Like, I love these games. But that one thing is just so annoying that it's kind of like, it drops a point, is all I'm saying.
Right. Mm-hmm. I still have not finished Final Fantasy VII.
That's fair.
It is a very long game.
Yeah.
Not as fucking, well, you know, they're kind of the same length, the more I think about it, but like, 8 feels much longer.
No, 8 feels longer because fuck you. I'm skipping. I'm just going to 8 now. 8 feels longer because it is garbage packed with unbelievably unnecessary bullshit.
Nothing fucking happens in 8.
Nothing happens. You are traveling for no fucking reason most of the time. you are going around doing nothing half the time.
It's my problem with 13. Part of the problem I have with 13 is that, like, none of the cast members, like, really like each other. So, like, why do you want to hang around these dickheads?
I don't want to be around Final Fantasy 13 characters.
Except Zaj, because he's the only fucking character in that game with a fucking brain in his head.
Is Saz the one that has the bird in his head?
Yeah, he's the one.
You mean
and that's the guy with the fucking chocobo in his fucking hair.
You mean the Ender of Worlds?
Yeah. Yeah, because in the in the fucking one of the little documents you can read, it reveals that the chocobo can just casually fucking summon black holes to end the fucking universe.
It can use the spell Armageddon. It could literally end the world.
It has the Armageddon spell from Ultima.
Like it literally, if its true name is ever spoken, the world ends. That is what the document says.
It's Cthulhu.
I love that. That's beautiful.
But the real question is, sorry, real quick. Let me just say this. The real question is, can that chocobo kill Lord British?
Yes, it can.
No. Actually, it can't under the rules of Lord British. It depends on the... It depends on the definition of which version of Lord British, because...
Dude, you can fucking kill Lord British by tricking him into eating poisoned rat food on bread, alright? Like, I'm just saying.
You can kill Lord British by making a brick fall on him.
Yeah, that was actually really funny when I found out about that. Like, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, what?
Yet he survives the Armageddon spell.
I don't get... well, I mean, Lord Blackthorn... Well, not Lord Blackthorn. That's Ultima 4, but...
yeah.
The priest guy also survives for some reason. Also,
Batlin,
you can't... Batlin, thank you. Batlin also survives the fucking instant kill touch from the fucking death sword. I don't... I was gonna say
about 8, I was gonna say I refuse to have an opinion on 8 until I actually play it for myself.
I respect that. Good.
Don't. I love the enthusiasm. I love the idea. Don't ever have an opinion on it then.
Just don't bother. Go home.
Don't bother. Go home. Refuse to play it for the rest of your... Die a happy death. When you're on your deathbed, remember the fact you never had to suffer through 8.
What's that guy? What is that meme? What's that meme with the guy with the giant chin, like putting his fucking hand on, like, you know, another guy's shoulders? Just like, brother, just don't. All right.
Just don't. Don't do it, man. You could be happy. Unlike us, you could be you have the potential.
Right. Well, you know, despite that, I am grateful for 8's existence, and I'll explain why later. Well, I'll explain why now, actually. Because, like, I've told this story a million times before, so my audience is gonna be like, you told this story. I'm like, go fuck yourselves, I don't care. So how me and Aurora, like, really met, was, like, in the early days of Skullhead comms. Like, not, like, super early, but, like, you know, pretty early on. And, like, me and Aurora didn't really, like, we didn't, like, hate each other. We weren't, like, enemies or anything like that. But
I love that you got this wrong immediately.
No, we were just, like, not talking to each other all that much. Like,
what do you mean? Okay, the first time we ever met and interacted was the conversation you're about to say. So you saying, like, oh, we never, like,
no, yeah, I did get that wrong. Because, like, no, I did get that wrong, actually, because the first time you were on Skullhead Comms, I wasn't there.
Yeah, like, I was brought into Skullhead Comms because you weren't there specifically.
I don't remember
one of your playthroughs, by the way.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was doing, to be honest. Maybe cocaine.
But yeah. I was there for that. I did, like, another playthrough. I think it was Spider-Man then after that.
Yeah,
and then we moved on to Crash, the 5th time trying to record Crash Bandicoot, and you showed up on, like, part 3 being like, hey, sorry I'm late.
I think it might have been family issues at the time. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. But, like, basically, we were kind of, like, just talking, you know, like, nothing really specific came to mind. And then I don't know what exactly brought it on, but like we were talking about Final Fantasy VIII, and like we were both instantly just like, oh, I hate that fucking game.
I forget why 8 was brought up, but just immediately, yeah, I was just like, fuck Final Fantasy, and you were like, god damn,
I agree.
I like this one.
I like this one, and we like kept talking about it ever since. So yeah, in that sense, I'm kind of grateful for Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, I'm glad that it was like such a train wreck of a game that like ruined a franchise for a small amount of time. That it brought us a bond.
I don't know if I'd argue it was a franchise ruiner. It was
until
kind of like
9 came out. Until 9 came out, there was like a small amount of time where if you were a Final Fantasy fan, I would have judged you.
No, that's fair. And I already said I like 9 so far. I haven't beat it yet, so. And I think Aurora said it's her.
It's my 3rd favorite Final Fantasy game. It is so fun. Its characters are super fun to be around. The story itself has bombastic moments, but also has like a more touching side to it. I love this fucking game. Its gameplay is good. It's just like everything about it is literally like, oh shit, we fucked up so hard in 8. Here's the apology. And it's a good fucking apology, I'm not gonna lie.
So we kind of already went through 9. Before we end the video, we don't have a whole lot of time to cover the rest of the franchise, unfortunately.
Here, I'll do rapid fire.
I haven't
10,
played.
2 is actually better.
I haven't played
11 is really
16.
fun.
I haven't played 16 yet. And
Okay,
I
that's
haven't
fine.
played
I'm
11.
doing rapid fire.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I was just gonna say, I like 10, never played 11, never played 12, never played 13, never played 14, never played 15, never played 16.
All right,
Good job.
cool.
Good job.
Good job.
10 sucks. 10-2 is actually slightly better. I actually prefer it. 11 is really fun and underrated and still has servers. 12 is dog shit. I hate it. 13 is worse dog shit, and I think it's actually deplorable. 13.2 sucks. 13.3 is some of the worst shit ever created, and I got to play it before the game even came out.
13.3.
Fuck you, Square Enix. Fuck you for doing that to me.
I forgot about 13.3.
14 is really, really good. Has a fantastic story. Would recommend it if you have the money and infinite time.
14 is really, really good.
15 is good. I like 15 to a degree.
Dude,
it's not worth it, but you can get it on sale for like $2, and it's worth $2. 16 is okay.
Like I said, I haven't played 16. 15, I
haven't finished it, but I like it. It's fine.
I really wanted to love 15. Like, I really
has
wanted
problems.
to like it. But
It has a lot of
such
problems.
man.
It has a lot of problems, but my argument for why those problems aren't as big as like other issues is because you can buy it so cheap, so it's not a big thing for you to be like, oh god, I
like
hate
way
this.
back in the day when you got the day 1 edition, man.
Like
was
I
it
did,
such a disappointment.
I was
no,
very
actually,
disappointed.
it wasn't even like a disappointing like product. It was like fine for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to the ending.
Yeah.
13 I didn't think highly of. 14's really good. I'm not super into MMOs, but like it's really good. Give it a shot.
If you can get like an actual friend group to play it with you on a regular basis, it's really fun. Otherwise, it's kind of a slog to get through, but its story is so fun. You have side quests that are on par with like fucking Yakuza with how silly some of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like 14 is worth playing. What I would recommend most people doing if you just want to go do stuff with friends, you can pay $5 to get an instant level 70 character.
Yeah.
I would recommend doing that because you can just pay to have a fully like upgraded character. Go play with friends doing like the actual stuff that people enjoy in Final Fantasy 14, and then there are YouTube videos of the entire story and like a full like recaps of the story and stuff like that. Watch that.
Or watch Clement's.
Don't play through it.
Watch Clement's retrospective too. Like it's honestly really good.
The moral of the video is to play Final Fantasy VIII.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm going to kill everyone. No, don't ever play 8.
Real quick. I liked 12. It's got some problems. I will say that much right now. 12 has got some really big problems, and it all has to do with the goddamn fucking dungeon design. And some of them go so long, it's fucking aggravating, actually. And the treasure is never worth it.
No, it's not. It's almost like a whole key component of the game is garbage.
And, like, with the Zodiac edition, it's a bit better, because you can, like, speed it up. But, like, you know, still, you know, think about, you know, what you're defending, too. Which is kind of my catchphrase. So, like, you know, think about what you're defending. You have to speed up for it to be any fun.
To be fair, I can say that about, like, the original Pokemon releases nowadays.
True. That's true. I really wish the fucking 3DS version came with a speed-up feature. Oh, my God.
But, I've been spoiled by emulators, to be fair. Oh, my God. Having, like, just a natural speed.
Emulators, like, just saves the fucking franchise, I swear to God.
Shout out to emulation.
Yeah, shout out to emulation, keeping games going. God, we need more ways of playing video games.
Like I said, never played 11. Real quick about 12. Like, I never understood the hate exactly behind Vaughn. Like, I don't know if you ever, like, saw that, Aurora, but, like, like, I get, like, he's not as interesting as Balthier, but, like, hell, at least he's not annoying.
At least he's not, like, I actually have, like, a stupidly high tolerance for annoying characters. For fuck's sake, one of my favorite characters of all time is Luke von Fabra.
Oh my God.
Do not play Tales of the Abyss. Do not play Tales of the Abyss, even though it's my second
favorite
Tales.
Why did you say so, Aurora?
I've heard that Luke can be a little annoying.
A little? He is the most annoying character in all video games. However, he has a saving grace. He has one of the greatest, in fact, the greatest character arc of all time in all of fiction.
Well, I only say that because I never actually played Tales of the Abyss.
Isn't he purposely unlikable, though?
Yes. It's so you actually understand his character arc.
You know, I have to
you
respect...
have to live through him being unlikable for like 30 hours.
I have a lot of respect for, like, characters, or even, like, not even just characters, like, sometimes even VTubers that, like, know they're annoying, but, like, almost relish, maybe not, like, entirely relish in it, but, like, just, like, you know, they like to be themselves. They don't, like, you know, have a problem with people, like, thinking they're kind of irritating, and I have a lot of respect for that.
I swear to God, if you finish the sentence the way I think you're going to finish the sentence.
Shout out to Chibidoki.
I was gonna say Iron Mouse, but...
Iron Mouse isn't that annoying.
What?
I'll be honest with you.
She is not annoying.
Iron Mouse is not... Her laugh is kind of funny to me. Because it's like a weird reverse, like, laugh. You ever notice that?
Wait, no, I'm getting Iron Mouse mixed up with someone else. I think her name's like Pipkin Pippa or something like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like that I can understand. Let me think. The ones I watch consistently are Aurora. That's you.
That's you! Hey,
Tricky.
Aurora, that's you!
Yeah, it's you!
Aurора's a real person and not a VTuber?
Yeah, you might be.
We got the lore, actually. We got the lore dumped like a few streams ago. I'm actually an AI VTuber. I'm the most advanced currently on the market. I actually don't exist.
Like, even way back then?
I am just sitting in your... Yeah, I'm currently just sitting in your Wi-Fi, like, eating it. If you ever have slow Wi-Fi days, that's me. I was hungry.
That explains so much.
I thought you were gonna say we got the Lorax for a second.
We got the Lorax. We got him.
All right, what was I saying?
To an extreme end, about we 12? Eliminated the Lorax.
Right, what were we saying about 12?
12's characters are, like, they're not annoying, but I do find the game deplorably boring.
I actually really like the characters in 12. Like, Balthier should have been the main character, I think. But, like, that being said, Vaughn and Pinella aren't, like, that bad, to be honest with you.
All I
Mhm.
know about 12 is that people really, really, really like Vane.
Also, Star Wars. Like, it's not even like trying to pretend. Like, it just relishes in Star Wars.
Like, doesn't like Vane literally like throw hands?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
I
sick.
love that.
Let me think. I said 11. Never played 11. Um,
Servers are still up. You can still play it right now. You can play it for free. There's a bunch of fan servers.
Or you could play Final Fantasy 8.
Or you can just play. No, shut the fuck up. Shut your stupid mouth.
I swear to God.
It is not as bad as people like to say. If you aren't nostalgic for it, it's probably not worth playing. You should probably just go and play 14 instead if you're looking for an MMO Final Fantasy game. But I think 11 has enough good points that
I mean,
it
you
is worth
say that, but
playing
fucking
for
goddamn it,
free.
you say that, but goddamn it, fucking what's that fucking Sega RPG? Fucking not Star Force.
You
Shining
mean
Force?
fucking Star Ocean Online?
Not Star Ocean. Like, hold on. I'm trying to remember.
Sega RPG is a lot of games.
Yeah, not as many as you might think. They don't have as many like RPG franchises as you might think.
They have the Shining games. They have Valkyria Chronicles. Oh, are you talking about Skies of Arcadia?
No.
Arcadia is so good.
Trying to think. Phantasy Star Online. Like, fucking that shit was
Oh.
introduced in the Dreamcast, and the servers are still going to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you could still play it on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, and
You
it's
have to do
play.
insane.
you have to do some funky shit to get it to work, but it's fucking hilarious.
But you can
You
do
can
it.
also,
Like, that
you can
just...
also play Final Fantasy 8.
And to wrap this up, Final Fantasy X-2, I liked more than 10. 10, like, is kind of weird.
Agreed.
10 is kind of weird.
Agreed.
10 is kind of weird because, like, I actually like 10, but, like, I'll be the first to admit, at first, like, I did not have the highest opinion of it. Like, I didn't hate it, but, like,
Fucking hate
my
10.
thing,
Fucking hate 10.
my biggest problem was fucking Titus. And I've said this in a previous commentary, like, I've rewatched some of 10, and honestly, I think Titus is not as bad as I remember him being.
Oh, he's not as bad. It's just I hate the overall story as well.
The story is, well, I mean, would you call it abstract?
All I
I'd
really
call
know
it.
about
In a
All I
certain
know about-
sense, it kind of is. Because, like,
All I know
spoiler,
about-
Final Fantasy X is, well, okay, it's kind of complicated, but, like, fucking Titus is a dream person made manifest because of fireflies. And originally, Titus was going to be dead, but then the Sixth Sense came out and fucking, kind of overthrew plans for that. And I'm just like, really? You're gonna fucking... So, like, your response is to just make him this weird fucking dream thing?
he's part of the Dream SMP.
I'm just like, why? Like, fucking just make him dead. Like, that's, like, people can understand that.
Hey Aurora, this is me when I talk about wanting to play 8.
You know what? I tried to save you.
You
I
can't say
tried.
we didn't try.
I tried, man, but I guess like sometimes people just can't be saved.
Anyway,
It's okay,
that
Aurora.
was Final Fantasy IX. We're gonna continue more of that later on. I'm probably gonna do another post commentary session because that just seems to get these out faster, but you know what I mean. Faster! Jordan, like, fucking whipping me to, like, get more Final Fantasy IX content out.
Get it
Remember,
out.
everyone.
Get it out, you bitch.
Remember, everyone, go to itemlabel.com/products/pp.
I missed that. Not really. But anyway, see you guys next time. I'm that fat guy. I'm fat. And I'm proof that autism doesn't just speak, but it also screams in eldritch horrors.
Good night.
That was your birthday gift, Flint.
What do you say?
That was your birthday gift, Flint. You get
That
Thanks,
was
one.
I
your
appreciate-
birthday. This dog.
You get fucking 1. That dog shit product placement. But now for the Final Fantasy VIII comments, we gotta kill you. Bye.